The Harry Potter author previously branded the First Minister a destroyer of women's rights. J.K. Rowling has launched a fresh attack on Nicola Sturgeon over Scottish transgender reforms. She said the First Minister must be very naive not to recognise that new legislation could be wide open to abuse. The pair have clashed in recent weeks over the Scottish Government's plans to make it both quicker and easier for individuals as young as 16 to legally change their gender. They would be able to do so without parental consent. The legislation would also see the time in which someone must live in the acquired genre cut from 2 years to just 6 months. During a row over the plans, Ms. Rowling posted a photo online of herself wearing a T-shirt describing the SNP leader as a destroyer of women's rights. Ms. Sturgeon later implied that the Harry Potter author is not a real feminist, like she is. Ms. Rowling has now described as extraordinary the suggestion that it was transphobic to claim predatory men could bend the legislation to their advantage by claiming to identify as female in order to gain access to women's spaces. She wrote in the Sunday Times that should the plans be enacted, the First Minister could be to blame for cases of voyeurism, sexual harassment, assault or rape. The writer added, Sturgeon loftily dismisses anyone who fears her new legislation could be wide open to abuse. In a damning assessment of the Scottish Government's trans agenda, Ms. Rowling went on to insist, nobody but the very naive can fail to be aware that predatory men are capable of going to great lengths to gain easy access to victims, and have often sought out professions or special status that offer camouflage for their activities. She received backing in her attack on the First Minister from Scottish Tory leader Douglas Ross. He said the argument had been made powerfully.